number. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. Roy Jones Jr.'s entrance here. What a ring walk. Just brimming with confidence, ready for the task at hand. Mike Tyson's approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
First round underway in this scheduled 10-rounder. Teddy, in trying to break down this matchup of Mike Tyson facing an unorthodox, awkward, unconventional kind of fighter, I guess, you know, you try to make the comparison of who else has given him problems in his career that maybe leans towards this style.
Yeah, you know, I'll pop one out. I'll go back to the amateurs. Henry Tillman. You know, he lost the Olympic trials twice to this guy. He got frustrated. You know, the guy was boxing, the guy was pot shot, and the guy understood what not to do. You know, don't stand in front of him and, you know, make it into a physical match. And, you know, he wound up winning. He wound up getting his way, being successful with Iron Mike.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Fine looking right hand by Mike Tyson. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Mike Tyson's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Big left hand from Iron Mike. Comes across with a hook up top. Teddy, I don't think he's got visions of sticking around too long. He's landing power punches early.
Yeah, he wants to make it a quick night's work.
Jones is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Well, he goes to the gut with a right hand. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Up top with the right hand. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head so...
Solid. He was standing up to it, but now he goes down for the first time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So after being knocked down, now some major questions to be answered by Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. is doing a really good job of being defensively sound, of being patient, and waiting for that golden opportunity for some offense to come in the mix.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting for a mistake to be made. You know, he wants a lead out of his opponent right now so he can make a miss and bang, come right back with that hook.
Well timed by Roy Jones. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. Look at that combination by Roy Jones. He got hit, but he sends it right back. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. And he's holding. Roy Jones Jr. with a left. That's a solid right hand by Mike Tyson. Tyson's got to feel great right now. He just scored a knockdown. Now he's got all this confidence that could carry him through.
Yeah, he has to watch he doesn't get careless, so he has plenty of confidence. If he walks in a little reckless now, that confidence could go right down the drain.
Crashes home with the uppercut.
Keep working the body.
Use the jab.
Jones Jr.'s cranked by an uppercut. That's a nice right hand that time by Mike Tyson. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Big shot. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff. He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
Tyson's getting back up to his feet after being knocked down. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well.
Keep it going.
I've heard people say about Roy Jones Jr., no matter what sport he was going to apply himself to, he was going to be a pro. He was going to be successful. If he played football, this is a guy that could have been a great defensive back. If he had taken on baseball at a young age, he would have made the major leagues. We know what he would have done in basketball. He's an accomplished basketball player as it is. You agree with that?
Well, to a certain extent, I do, because obviously athletic genes. He is an athlete. He's a guy that possesses really tremendous physical abilities. But his temperament, he's a guy who's confident, he's a stubborn, a guy that wants to prove you wrong and make himself right. He's a guy who's really determined to get his way.
Stand in front of it.
You gotta watch the water in the corner.
Wow, what a fight we've had so far. Just a chance to catch our breath as we start round number 4. They've traded knockdowns. Now you have them up 2 rounds to 1, Teddy. What's your thinking there?
My thinking is that the corners, they have indigestion. You know, they're looking for a little Maalox or something to settle their stomachs. But the audience, they're having a good time because they know it can happen again.
A headshot blocked. Tyson's offense has completely gone away here, it seems. He was hurt earlier, and now all he's doing is worried about what could be coming to get him again.
Yeah, he was on the highway earlier going about 90, and now all of a sudden he's taking those back roads going about 20. How long until the police catch up to him or his opponent pulls him over?
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Roy Jones Jr.'s right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Good solid jab by Mike Tyson. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. And a sharp counter punch by Roy Jones. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counter punch landing by Mike Tyson. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Jones's corner is letting him know. Take a good breath now between rounds, but then go out there and win this fight. It's really close. If he just pushes a little harder, he can go right over the edge and get it. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr.'s defense penetrated by a well-targeted uppercut. Right to the head with that right. Body shot in the left hand. Roy Jones Jr. with a good-looking jab. Jones is so dangerous with that accuracy, a 2-punch combination landing.
Side to side.
And banging away he goes, able to land that power punch.
Trying to force his way in that front door, and he got smacked with that door.
Very effective with the block and then the score.
Keep moving, keep moving. Come on.
able to dismiss that body shot. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
Tyson's showing us a real solid skill set here with his head movement. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
Okay, walk this guy down. Cut the ring off and throw some counters. Every time he tries to throw that right,
And with the start of this round, the halfway point of this fight. Oh, what a whiff by Mike Tyson. How about that exchange? Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. Jones is going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter.
You're not focusing.
Scores big with the hook to the head. Tyson's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on his face because his defense has been stellar. It's so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
Roy Jones Jr.'s deep, and yet another big shot comes in. But we've seen Mike Tyson in a spot like this before. Remember, he once rose up off the canvas against Buster Douglas, only to be floored again. Can he do it here?
2, 3, 4.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Yet another right hand lands.
Watch the hook.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. And he engages in the clinch. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you name in. That wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
Mike Tyson's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious? Big shot comes crashing home. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
Back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question. Oh! That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Matting. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
Roy Jones Jr. bombs away, worked again. Knockout victory for him. Roy Jones Jr.'s come from behind knockout has this crowd on its feet. That's exactly the kind of fight they want to see, the unexpected.
Well, the crowd is on their feet, and his corner, well, their stomach is in their throat, but they're relieved now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.